Save big with great pricing on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Plus, you can lock in interest rates as low as 1.9% on select used John Deere planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines. Red hot rates combined with our explosive discounts make July the perfect time to buy and save. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer July 31st, 2025. Subproof financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This is On the Block with Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman, middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on air and online at theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This is On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
That's right. Crew's back in full effect. Got blessed by the Minnesota Waters or something like that. Austin Norman with you here. Jay Foreman, Eric Strickland, Stars headlining the show. Brought to you by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Special ingredient butcher shop. 3 Lincoln locations and 1 up in Omaha. Fellas, was good. Long time no see.
How we doing, man? How we doing? Good to have you back, my guy.
It's good to be back.
I hope you had a good trip.
I did. Yeah. Loved it. Good family time. We've reached the terrible 2s, though.
Uh-oh.
We made it.
What happened, man? It's the first road trip. You got to chill.
It is not the first road trip. He took a trip out to Illinois with us last year and then went down to Kansas City. But very particular. Wants things 1 second, doesn't want them the next second. Mm-hmm. But it's all worth it when you see the world through a little one's eyes again.
How long was the drive?
Like 5 hours the first day, and then we segmented it a little bit from there. So made it up to Eden Prairie the first night. So checked out Jay Foreman High. Actually did not, but did make it to Eden Prairie, and then saw a Twins game.
Jay went to the bougie
waterfalls and whatnot. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You're the son of Chuck F. Foreman. That's what you do.
Yeah.
I feel like a champion now, though. So
yeah, I mean, you get up there and it's grown, man.
They didn't have they didn't have like the types of schools like they have now, like Mount Verde and back in our day, did they? We didn't have like a bunch of those type. Well, yeah, they did. Like
we did. At my house up in Minnesota, they had Creighton Durham Hall. Was one. St. Thomas was one, like the private where you get essentially paid to go there.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Paid to go to high school?
I mean, it's tuition to go there, and then they kind of somehow waive the tuition, or I guess they get scholarships.
Joe
Mauer and all them type of dudes went to that high school.
Gross.
Yeah, so
not a Joe Mauer guy here.
And so it's
he was just too good at baseball. Just don't like him for it.
Yeah, he was cold blooded at football, quarterback and basketball. But they would go around beat up on like, little chumps. Now, so then when I came through, then public schools was house and stuff, and then all the big money people, Benilde, St. Margaret's and Minnehaha Academy, they running stuff up there. But Chet, they running everything up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chet's high school lost one game, and you know who rat-a-tat-tatted that butt too. Them Eagles.
Eden Prairie.
Hey man, you know what's funny? The last time I've been there, man. When I got there, you know, it wasn't full infiltration yet. The brothers have not, just barely infiltrated. And then from my class on, it just magnified and grew. Now you got metal detectors and everything up in there.
Oh God, dang.
They're like, "Who is you?" I said, "I'm right there, man.
My name is on the wall. See that one?
Yeah. They said we need some ID.
Dang, they're checking IDs.
Oh yeah, they take your picture and everything.
See,
Yeah.
We let him in once, never again.
Yeah, it's crazy though, man, because they only got 3 grades, and then the 9th grade has their own campus, which was our old middle school. It's grown, man. It's not even.
That's what it sounds like.
It's not even like. I mean, they have a dome for winter sports and everything to practice. They said we ain't losing at nothing. Hockey, golf. Yeah.
Stricky, you got your ID on the wall at Bell West?
No.
What's up with that?
No,
You ain't in the Bell West Hall
You
of
got to talk
Fame?
to people.
Yeah, I'm there.
You got to talk to people.
Well, then you
Your ID's up there,
Then your
though.
ID's up there.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it?
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
y'all call it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got your picture on the wall.
Yeah, I got a couple of them up there.
How about that?
They look old now, though. Boy, I go back and look at old little Stricky. I was like, God dang, Stricky, kind of slim, trim, and fighting weight.
Slim Reaper style?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jay, you mentioned big money people. Greg Sankey speaking at SEC meetings about playoff expansion. He said that expansion of the college football playoff is not a done deal, and the format could just remain at 12 if he and the other commissioners, especially Tony Petitti in the Big Ten, cannot agree on an expanded format. Here was the quote. He said, "We had a different view coming out of SEC meetings around the notion of allocations, if you will. I think you'll probably hear that again from our coaches. The Big Ten has a different view. That's fine." What do you make of the SEC's commissioner, powerful Greg Sankey, potentially pumping the brakes on college football playoff expansion?
Let me go before because Jay, this is his
It's
wheelhouse.
it's that P word.
It's his wheelhouse. Listen, it's okay. Have you ever been, maybe not you, Austin, but Jay, you would understand. You ever been to some place like Cancun, 1, 2, 3, summer, like spring break down in you know, Padre Island or something? You know, you've been to Jamaica or something. But if you now, I didn't worry, I know you didn't, but some people do. You have your girl with you, and you know that action's all around, so you start handcuffing,
Right.
like you gotta straight
headlock. You got
headlock
in the
on, right?
Yeah.
You know, the what do they call it in the WWE? The Austin Power, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
All the different moves, you got that on her, right?
Yeah.
It's because you don't want nobody to holler. You don't want nobody to walk up on her, spit at her game. You don't want none of that. That's what they doing. They handcuffing the positions. You see what I'm saying? Because they know that they know the powers of their structure in the SEC. They don't want nobody else to holler, and they don't want to cut nobody else out because they believe they're going to have as much as they need to get in there. That's the way I see it. I could be wrong.
That's a good analogy, man. What we used to call you just being a captain. Save them.
Yeah.
Stop saving. There was some serial savers on our team, Austin. But anyways, no, you know what that is? Still. Hey,
am I talking to one?
Hey,
no.
Let me be quiet. Let's be quiet. It's a PG show,
to
man.
this day. I'm going to tell you this. It's that P word, posturing.
Mm-hmm.
He's posturing because what he's doing, and he told on himself, and he's just letting you know, it's all based on allocation. They like you said, they're going to block it unless it works out favorably for the SEC.
Yeah. And
this is also what it tells you about how they view themselves and how they think they have a stronghold on, I guess, college football in the powers be. And it's actually a smart move. Number one, they spoke first. Now, Big 12 did, but it really starts when they spoke first, which is Big 10's next.
When we talk about speaking first, it's between the SEC and the Big Ten.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and Sankey loves to talk. Petitti hasn't said much of anything.
Right. But then he said, listen, I have my coaches trained as well. Right. So listen, this is what I'm saying, but this is what we are telling you. That's number one. And then number two, when the way that it lets you know what they really think about the Big Ten. Yeah, you won one last year, but we're still the kings. Right?
2 in a row for the Big Ten.
Well,
after
yeah,
Michigan.
2 in a row, but then they'll put an asterisk on Michigan. So they really don't think that the Big Ten is on you're close, but you're still not there.
Right.
And so that's why they're able to say it. And that's why they say, a direct shot. Oh, we think it's different. Because what they say, yeah, we'll expand. We need 6 teams. You can do
right.
You guys stay the same. We want to double up ours.
That's the way I see it.
They want more guarantees. And this is the funny thing. We talked about this a couple weeks ago about whether it's 4-4 with the Big Ten and SEC. No, they want 5-3. We can get 8, but we're going to have more because if it's 4-4, you know what I'm saying?
It's an equation. It's
and then they lose the bargaining power when it comes to what?
The money,
the cashola. It's all about that Quan. You ever seen that movie?
I have not seen that.
Show me the money.
You've not seen that movie, bruh? Austin, you're losing me right now.
I know the references. I've never seen the full movie.
When he's there dancing.
How do you not see that? But you've seen Moneyball.
I see Moneyball.
Yeah,
that was on this weekend.
It's unbelievable.
Fantastic movie.
You've seen Moneyball, but you haven't seen Tom Cruise Show Me the Money.
I know the reference, but no, I haven't seen the full movie. Jerry Maguire. Correct.
Yeah,
but that's what it comes down to. They don't want to give
me on the Quan.
They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose in their position on the Quan. But it's letting you know that they're a little bit insecure. And the insecurity.
Speaking of that, there's another quote from Sankey. It says, "We don't need unanimity, and ultimately, if there isn't unanimity on playoff expansion, there's a level of authority granted to the SEC and the Big Ten together. But there's a lot to that. It's not just you show up, you pound your fist, and something happens. I hope that type of narrative can be reduced, but we'll keep talking. We talk a lot, probably too much sometimes." After he said he spoke with Jim Phillips of the ACC 3 times last week, spoken with Tony Petitti 4 times, and then unclear if he's spoken with Brett Yormark or not. But this, to me, is Greg Sankey portraying himself, trying to get out in front of it, right? Speak first as the good guy.
Yeah.
We know we have this power. We don't want to use it.
Yeah.
But, if it comes to it, we have it, and we're not afraid to use it. But let me be the good guy and at least, do the bare minimum of talking with you before, I really put the hammer down.
Yeah, in those conversations are probably like, yeah, he probably eating lunch, putting you on mute. You remember Strick back in the day when you calling for contract negotiations, they put you on the speaker, they be mute me, grubbing like a monkey. And the funny thing is they ain't mentioned the Big 12, so it lets you know that they don't even have they have zero respect for the Big 12. No matter what they're saying, the Big 12 had a better year overall than the SEC.
Probably than the ACC too.
Yeah. But what's closer and what's more appealing to them if they do expand conferences? Clemson, Florida State, Miami, and now that Hoodie's there, North Carolina, and I'm sure there's probably another school as well. So why would you even care about what they say? That's Big Ten, buddy. Take those chumps. I mean, he just yeah, man. You know what? We got this. We got this ether button. We could use it, Strick. But you know what, man? We're gonna just listen to you guys try to get these crumbs that we got here, and we just hope you like it. But just when you go to bed tonight, just count your blessings.
That you're even in the room,
right? That you even even allowed to call me.
Yeah.
Flip side of that, so there's Greg Sankey at least pretending to hit the pause button on college football playoff expansion.
The
pause button. Eric did tell me to pause myself on the text line, by the way. So there you go, Eric. I got paused. But Greg Sankey says nothing in college basketball is static. So tournament expansion is certainly worth exploring. To be clear, we support expansion, but you don't just jump into it. So if there are reasons from a broadcast point, a financial point, logistics point, or competitive realities that don't support expansion, again, we're going to be fine. But in general, I think this is the right direction to at least explore. It sounds like Greg Sankey is maybe a little bit more interested in college basketball postseason expansion right now than in college football expansion. And of course, this comes on the heels of maybe the best year for any conference in college basketball history, with a number of bids that the SEC got. We know his motives in football behind the scenes. He's trying to hide them. He's not at all trying to hide him for basketball, Strick. He says, we got 14. We're going to make this 15 or 16 as we possibly can.
What? Quan! He want more Quan.
It's dominant. I mean, he is setting the stage up to essentially the two biggest things going is college football playoffs and March Madness starts and stops with the SEC. And so more power to them until they get knocked off. And when you think of a team like Florida winning a national championship, you know, they're able to they have been able to operate under a different set of rules. I do think this though. I think quiet is kept. When Nick Saban left, I think that made Sankey a little insecure, very minimal, because there's still great teams and great players. But Nick Saban, it makes everything he says essentially fact, because you got him. You don't need any. You don't need like Mullen and Brian Kelly to say anything. Once Nick Saban said something at the big or at the SEC media days, it's over. It's over because you got Finnenbaum or whatever, Paul Finnenbaum and all that. They would just fall right in line. And Nick Saban was very, smart and eloquent, thoughtful when he said it. So Sankey said it, got him. Now who is that?
Yeah, because it's not Lane Kiffin. It's not
Kirby,
kind of.
Yeah,
not yet.
Not yet. Well, I mean, there's no one on that level across college football. I mean, not even Bill Belichick has that cachet in college football.
Right.
Well, before he left, he had it. Harbaugh did. Before he left, I think Harbaugh.
But it's hard to get him to focus.
Yeah.
He started talking about pizza. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think he had the personality for it. Obviously, Urban had it before.
Yeah, because
Dabo's not built like that.
Ryan Day's not really that.
Ryan Day's not that. But
Dan Lanning's not there yet.
But you got James, though. That's the one
Franklin.
thing. That's the one thing that he can do is push the needle, and he can capture audiences from that part of the region by what he says. Number one, he used to be there.
Notre Dame has it.
So
you think Freeman does?
I think Freeman.
This early?
I think he's got a charisma for it.
But he doesn't
have the cachet yet for it. But
I'll agree.
I think he's got the charisma for it.
But when he wears that Notre Dame, it
extra
makes it
medium.
It gets the extra small, but it validates it, right? Whereas like the SEC, Brian Kelly,
nah.
no. Who else? Let's just who?
Your boy Stand on Business, not quite.
Nah, and Josh Heupel, definitely not.
No.
Nobody.
Yeah,
Sam
really
Pittman, no.
So this is why he's really trying to do it.
Sark,
right? Borderline,
maybe,
not quite.
Another 2 or 3 good years.
Yeah.
Brett Venables his days are either numbered or he's gonna be there. So now when you look at the Big Ten, you got Big Game James, right?
Big game letdown, James.
But who's making that rise now is Dan Lanning to get to respectability.
Former SEC guy, by the way,
and knows how they think and know what buttons to push. I think Ryan Day now is. I'm gonna tell you.
Since he won one.
Your boy at USC don't have it.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore. No. But he'll chirp though.
He'll pop off.
But
Bielema?
In his own way.
Ferentz?
Negative.
In his own way.
He's the oldest head coach.
Look, he won't go outside of there, but in his own, he's respected for longevity.
Okay.
But we're
I think Bielema probably more than.
And you see how Bielema punked old buddy down in South Carolina, Shane Beamer. He big boy, but Shane Beamer. So this is all strategic. It's going back and forth. It's kind of like tit for tat. It's kind of like when you're up here trying to get a deal underneath somebody's nose. Then we do 2. It's all posturing right here. And when you think about it, the Big Ten has more coaches with more cachet, respect on a national level.
Is Rule in that conversation?
If you do something this year,
do something this year, yeah.
I feel like the Rule's reputation is pretty good among college coaches.
It is, yeah.
If he do something this year,
for sure. But
his
then,
voice will raise.
Yeah, because then his voice will raise, and it'll be "I told you so." And then you got Nebraska fan base coming with you. So you make a big time bowl game, or by chance make the college football playoffs. Hey, because Greg Sankey's the only one talking. I mean, are you really listening to old buddy from Texas A&M?
Elko? Nah.
Look like the plumber. Strict. Look, Google Mike Elko. Tell me he ain't the dude that comes about fall when you got plumbing problems. Talking about oh man, I rushed over here before I was going to the down to the bar. Overall, he got you look right. He fit the description. Plumber's crack, Mike Elko. But he's a good coach though. But I'm just saying, when you think about it, you don't have them dudes, man.
No.
And here's what's crazy: when you think about Nick Saban and them firing Jimbo Fisher, Jimbo Fisher was close to Nick Saban. He would chirp
for a
off.
time.
Yeah. Right?
For
But respectability, right?
The plumber.
And so when you start losing long-standing coaches like that with big personalities that have won national championships and stuff like that, it somewhat makes your conference, a little bit weaker. And we've named all these coaches, and right, wrong, or indifferent, we haven't mentioned Alabama's coach.
Right.
You get, which is crazy. I mean, you're born and raised from down there, and we definitely ain't mentioned Auburn's coach, but we haven't mentioned Alabama's coach.
Yeah, which
is when we start talking about it.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's right. I think he's a pretty good coach, but I think he's under immense pressure right now because of the state of the SEC. Alabama calmed the waters, I think, more than what people gained respect for while they were doing it, because they were winning all the time. But I think it legitimized that conference, even teams like Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking of popping off, Diego Pavia will pop off, but that's not a coach. So,
but
we'll let him have his moment.
But I think the SEC at when Vanderbilt was not even making bowl games, they felt like Vanderbilt would. They walked around like Vanderbilt would come in the Big Ten and win.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? So they're like, oh, our worst team is an 8-win team in any other conference. No, dang well Vanderbilt ain't doing it. But that's how they thought, though. They don't think that no more, though.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather see college football playoff expansion first or NCAA tournament expansion first?
I'd say college football. I don't think you need more in basketball, to be honest. I think it's fine. I think it's already fine, long. I think it's in a good sweet spot, especially the play with the 4 play-ins. I mean, the only thing you could do is add them to the mix. That's really it. But no, then it still doesn't
move the needle.
Still doesn't move the needle. So I think it's fine. I think football, if you're going to do it, football would be fine, because then just eliminate more of the bowl games. You know what I mean?
Just make them the bowl games.
It heightens, right? Yeah. It heightens the bowl games for me, and gives it a little bit more flair to it, as opposed to just a regular bowl game. Yeah. Now kids are sitting out. Now kids are playing. So you've got more more young men playing. Yeah. So that's what I would say.
I wanted to ask you a secondary question on that, Strick. Do you think your feelings on the NCAA tournament not expanding is because there's not even really enough good players, let alone teams?
That part,
right?
Yeah.
Versus even the 12, you could make case this year for Texas A&M, LSU.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm missing, I'm sure I'm missing a team that you could say they legitimately could have been in or should have been in, versus like basketball, right? It's so top heavy now. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's
yeah, because most of them are one and done. So you've got a lot of one outs, whereas they gotta stay into their junior year. So you still got a little more of the talent there.
Yep.
So that's why I think, man, because I think a lot of the talent bounces.
Right.
And you're not that the basketball is bad, you're just not getting that high level, high profile.
And that's the byproduct of portal and lack of skill development.
Last thing before we go to break and get ready to chat with Brian Munson of Husker Online. How big would the college football playoff have to get to do away with bowl games?
Still got to be even, though, right?
If it hits 24, are we done with bowls?
No. You know what I think? I think
bowls are around forever.
I think you if you do it, I think you do like the college football playoff bowl series. So it's however many bowls, 24 teams, and then you kind of work it, but then you still have, I think it's gonna, you
have to shrink games? Do you have to cut a game out?
I think, well, number one, since they're getting paid, you're going to start it early. You're going to start the season early.
July.
You're going to start the season early. And because you want to get started maybe in July, and then it's going to change the off season. It ain't going to be spring ball. It's going to be more NFL model. And you might cut a game or two off, right? And that's fine. So you start it early, you get the party started. But then also I think there will be a lower level bowl games. because I think that could create your own excitement too. When you start bringing in like FCS teams and stuff like that, like Sunbelt.
So
teams.
whoever is the top 2 in the FCS get a shot.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
out of that 24,
give them a shot out of the 24 and then see what they can do.
Yeah.
I think that would give you some interest.
Right.
Like people be like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah, possibly 3, because you know Notre Dame is in, and then say you get Boise, and then maybe who's that next team in that year? So
Sac State.
Right, something like that. Hey,
they got that money.
I don't know where they're getting it.
Right.
Don't ask.
Don't
you don't want to know.
I just, as long as that check clear on Mondays. Make sure you get under. Oh,
right. Yeah, we good.
Made it. Good for another week. Strick, Jay, Austin, it's all on the block. We're back in full effect. Chatting Brian Munson of Husker Online, Husker Recruiting right after this.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives. Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Lincoln area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Lincoln, Cordell & Cordell, 1221 N Street, Suite 801, Lincoln, Nebraska, 68508.
MHC isn't new, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can also handle your commercial moves as well. There's never fees on trucks, stairs, elevators, long carry, and last-minute booking, and no trip or fuel charges. Also, no upcharge on weekends, and they do offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Since 1983, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs have been a trusted and reliable company in Lincoln and its surrounding areas. Fast Mike's handles all sides of construction projects, home renovations, or big cleanouts. With the perfect size dumpster to fit your needs, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs will haul it all. With same-day delivery in Lincoln, affordable rates, and top-notch service, Fast Mike's Roll-Offs make cleanup quick and easy. Call now at 402-450-6828 or visit us online at fastmikerolloffs.com. Book your dumpster today. Fast Mike's Roll-Offs, cleanup made simple.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
We're back here on the block. Austin Strick and Jay with you. We're headed to our Aloe Fiber VIP. Lion Aloes, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. We welcome in our Nebraska football recruiting insider, Brian Munson. Brian, a happy Monday to you and yours. How are you, good sir?
What's up, buddy?
Not too much. Just made it back from vacation, trying to dig the heels in. It's getting to be football season. We're at the MLB All-Star break, so this is where I got to start pretending I'm an expert in football again.
I know, and I'm leaving for vacation Wednesday morning. Yeah.
Where are you headed?
Nashville, followed by Gatlinburg. So Smoky Mountains, and Cole's Kicking and Snapping has their national invitational combine in Gatlinburg.
Uh-huh.
So we'll be up there for my son, who's a deep snapper.
Excellent. Well, enjoy that. Best of luck to your son with that. Glad we caught you before you head your way out the door to vacation. Brian, your most recent 3 and Out, I think, had a lot of good stuff for fans to digest. We'll send them to huskeronline.com to read more. The first thing that stood out is when you wrote that the Nebraska commitment number for 2026 is now paused at a dozen. You didn't say stop. You didn't say frozen. You said the number is now paused at 12 commits in 2026. When you say pause, should Husker fans expect that number to have, the play button clicked and that number to rise, or is this a wait and see sort of deal?
No, I think it's going to increase. It's just a matter of when. Like if you really squeeze me right now and you said, when does Nebraska get their next commitment? I don't know. I'd maybe venture a guess, maybe in October or November. And then again, they may not get another guy until December. I mean, it's literally what you got right now is you pretty much have, everybody on the offensive side of the football. I think pretty much all of the seats are taken on that side of the boat. I mean, 12 commitments in the class, 10 are on offense, 4 on the offensive line. You get your quarterback, you have your running back, you got your wide receivers, you got your tight end. Then you move over the defensive side of the football and you just have, a couple of guys in Odom and Reynolds. And you're looking for, I'd say 1 defensive lineman and 1 edge guy. And then maybe it becomes if you can find the right guy that has some versatility that can play some safety, maybe possibly that would work. And then you do have this situation that still exists out there with the long snapper. Like if you get a year back, you're good. Like Gallick's got another year then potentially to where he could go ahead and make things work. But you may have to go grab a guy in that class in the class for a long snapper. So there's 2, 3, possibly as many as 4 remaining spots in the class, but I don't think anything's going to happen anytime soon. I think a lot of guys will. There's several names out there, and that's what we floated in 3 and Out. Like there are options now, and I think Nebraska likes where they're at because they feel like I'm sure that they feel like if we're doing well and we've got some juice, we could take that juice, go back towards a couple of recruits, and maybe somebody isn't having the type of start that they'd hoped for. There's several coaches. If you go down through the Rivals on 3 team rankings right now, and you said, who are some programs that potentially have coaches that are on the hot seat if they go out there and they start poorly? If the wheels are off come November 1st, who are some commitment classes that we could go ahead and try to poach or go reapproach some guys? There are some teams out there. There are definitely some teams out there, I think, that Nebraska would feel good about going back and talking to a couple of those guys. So I think they're right where they want to be. I think that they want to slow down a little bit here and keep some spots, and unless you get like a Valdin Sone that in the next day or two decides he wants to commit to Nebraska, the defensive lineman. But I'm not holding my breath on that one, and I think Nebraska fans should kind of go ahead and just wait it out now and see when the next one's going to fall. But I think it's going to be in the middle of the season someplace.
Of those guys that you listed that are still on the 26 board, who would you say right now would maybe be the most likely to commit to Matt Rule in Nebraska?
That is a good question. I'm going to go ahead and say Cam Wilson, just because I think I think Cam Wilson's interesting. Number one, he's visited Nebraska twice. He is committed to Syracuse, and Syracuse's head coach did really well last season. He's kind of the bright new shiny thing on the coaching block, and he has got a lot of traction right now when it comes to recruiting. It's possible, however, with the turnover at quarterback and the things that are going to change there in Syracuse, that they don't have the type of season like they had last year. And if that happens, then, a guy like Cam Wilson may be very approachable about coming back to Nebraska later on this fall for a game. Maybe a Tadarius Hughes. It kind of depends also, again, then on Florida State, but Tadarius already told me that he's going to come back. He wants to get back to Nebraska in the fall. So I know that that's obviously something that he's already considering doing. So I'm going to say Tadarius Hughes and Cameron Wilson, but I'm leaning towards Cameron Wilson being the better of those two odds kind of guys. And that's an edge linebacker, and Nebraska knows they're going to have to step up and go get one of those guys.
We're talking with Brian Munson of Husker Online on our Allo Fiber VIP line. So with Nebraska's focus, not off of 2026, but starting to shift toward 2027, what are the priorities for the Huskers as they look to that 27 class right now, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think offensive line remains still kind of an important kind of group to target. I mean, they got 4 guys in this class already. I can see them taking, 3 or 4 more guys next year that they've got. They're in on so many. I mean, this seems to be like a repetitive line out of my mouth, but they're in on so many very good offensive tackles and offensive linemen already. I mean, if you start talking, just name them out. Matt Erickson, Mark Matthews, Cameron Wagner, Jake Hildebrand. You've got Caden Penny. He also visited earlier on this year too. And then you start getting into some guys that also, like Albert Simeon's been in Nebraska a couple of times. So I think that they have several guys on offensive line that still look like they're in very much of a good position for them. I think the top guy on Nebraska's recruiting board, and with good reason, is and will remain to be Ahmad Hudson, who is undoubtedly the number one tight end in the country out of Ruston, Louisiana. Now, obviously, Ahmad has been to a couple of visits to Nebraska already. He seems to have a connection to Trey Taylor. I think he's a complete and total difference maker when it comes to playing that position. I think he's sits right between kind of that, being that jumbo X and being that real kind of flex Y kind of guy. And he's a jumbo athlete. And I think that he's got like wide receiver skills and a tight end's body. So I think he's a difference maker that Nebraska will do everything and anything they can to kind of get him up to Nebraska. And then I think the other guy that to kind of keep an eye on too on the defensive side of the football, the 2027 class, I think that Nebraska needs to continue to keep stockpiling guys that can get after the quarterback. And one of my favorites next year is Zane Rowe, who is an edge linebacker from Denton Guyer, which is just up the road from me going to Oklahoma. He is really put together. That is a different looking edge linebacker. He is incredibly strong. And love the competition, obviously, that he plays with down here in Texas. I think it tells a lot about how he goes out there and dominates at that level, like what he could potentially do at the next level. So, yeah, there's a couple guys there. I'd say Hudson and Rowe are huge for the tight end and the linebacker class, but I think that obviously you want to keep bringing in that offensive line talent because your quarterback room, is very talented, and you want to keep putting the bodies in front of them.
When you look at that 27 class in the state of Nebraska, are there any guys that Nebraska has their hooks in on? Any guys that Nebraska is going after, and maybe any guys that are already looking elsewhere from in the state of Nebraska to go somewhere else for college?
Yeah, that's been a popular theme lately, and not a fun one for Husker fans, obviously, to kind of digest. But there's 7 guys in the 2027 class that are in-state recruits that are already holding Division I offers, and that's a pretty telling little statistic there about the type of talent I think that will be in the state and has been in the state obviously over the last 2 years. It seems to keep following that same trend. Nebraska has offered 3 of those 7 players that have those D1 offers. I think the top guy, obviously is going to be Torrey Pittman. Pittman could honestly be one of the highest rated players ever to come out of the state of Nebraska, period. He is flat out a special defensive back, special athlete. Let's just put it that way. And I think then you bring back Matt Erickson, who's obviously the legacy, whose dad Mike played for Nebraska. He's got offers from Nebraska, Kansas State, Minnesota, and Kansas. And then you have Tylon Haney, who's also Torrey Pittman's teammate, the running back over there from Omaha Central. Similar kind of offers: Wisconsin, Iowa State, Kansas, and others. What I love about Haney is he is just a spark plug. He's a 5'10", 210-pound guy that's super strong, low center of gravity, great speed, great quickness. So, Nebraska's offered those 3. I think they kind of, they definitely got their eyes, I think, on a couple of these other guys that have visited, but like a Wyatt Liebentritt, whose brother plays for Nebraska, had a little bit of an allergic reaction, missed camp, this summer. So I think there's going to be some of the guys that are going to emerge here. I still think you get to double digits in the D1 offers out of this group because I just think there's some incredibly talented guys and some guys that here are still looking for their first offer. I don't know if it's going to be like Liebentritt or Wyatt Fry that ends up getting a Big Ten offer right out the gate, but you never can tell. There's definitely some really talented guys in the 2027 group.
Have you had a chance to catch up with Torrey Pittman in any form or fashion
Absolutely.
yet?
Yep, I have.
What have you heard from him on his thoughts on the recruiting process in Nebraska?
I think he's very fond of Nebraska. I mean, I think he hasn't gotten out and made a lot of trips. I think it's, I don't think for anybody, you're not going to hear me saying to anybody that I feel like he's going to commit anytime soon. It just doesn't make any sense. You have to go establish kind of a market for yourself, and you're going to do that essentially this coming fall, right? Like you're going to go out there and really kind of prove yourself on the football field. But I think Nebraska's still like, they're in the driver's seat here, I think, with him. It's just going to be a matter of like trying to see if this thing can kind of all work and come together and see where Nebraska kind of sees him, playing at, and see if the fit works well for him, and what's his buddy Tylon Haney going to kind of do, and if staying home, which hasn't been a popular option lately. I mean, let's just be honest. If that's something that they want to go ahead and kind of buck that trend and get it going the other way. I think Nebraska is looking for the right guys who want to go that way and jump in the class as quickly as they can kind of get them, so they can kind of secure those guys first and then go out and try to find the rest of the guys in the nation. That's how Nebraska used to do it. They used to go out there and nail down the guys, close to home, and then go out there and cherry pick the rest of the country. So I think that would be a swell plan if they could go ahead and make it work.
One last thing for you then, Brian. Of course, in that 2027 class, the headliner is Trey Taylor, who's gotten a lot of flowers from you and others in terms of peer recruiting. How shut down is Trey Taylor's recruitment? Is he all in on Nebraska, not talking to other schools? Are they still making overtures to him? What does that look like for the Huskers 2027 signal caller?
Oh, I think he's all in. I think he's definitely happy with what's going on, in Lincoln. I feel like he really liked the events that happened this summer when it came to the Battle of the Boneyard. I think he liked the huddle orientation and the fact that Nebraska is creating these scenarios and these events to bring players in, and it gives him an opportunity kind of to allow players to get there so he can talk to them and maybe just let the players just take a look around, which has always been like his thing. It's like, look, you just got to go see it. And I think he believes that, but it's not keeping other schools from, approaching him. So, I mean, I think Nebraska fans just need to buckle up here a little bit. I mean, this is arguably the number one quarterback in the 2027 class. When he commits to a school following his sophomore year, Nebraska, if it wasn't Nebraska wouldn't have stopped recruiting him either. They would have kept on recruiting him. So I think people need to understand it was very tight race between Nebraska and LSU. And LSU still is very much after Trey Taylor, but two schools that have been kind of, been showing a lot more interest lately and kind of entered into the fray there and, are recruiting him pretty hard are Michigan and South Carolina. Now, I'm not trying to create controversy here when it comes to Trey talking or looking around. He's not necessarily doing that. He's not also able to kind of shut off the faucet either. I mean, those guys are going to be able to approach him and talk to him, over the next 2 years. So get comfortable being uncomfortable, like I always say.
All right, one follow-up with that then. When you say, he's still being recruited, these other places are still recruiting him, they're still going after him, talking to him. Generally speaking, what does that look like when there's a committed player and a school is still interested in them trying to maintain that relationship? What does that typically entail in terms of the amount of contact and what's being said in those conversations?
Yeah, I mean, some of that stuff can be kind of headed off, right? I mean, they're not able to call right now. It might be the DMs, it might be, text messages, it might be some checking up on you, kind of things going on, happening there. Could be, phone calls, obviously, like with his coach and so on. But right now, I think it's not really that big of an issue. I think as kind of time moves on here and things kind of move back into more of a contact kind of period, you're going to have, a lot more communication. And I don't think it's just going to be those three schools. I think there's going to be several others that are going to be very interested, obviously, in staying in contact with Mr. Taylor for the next couple of years.
There you have it. That's a Husker football recruiting breakdown from Brian Munson, who writes for Husker Online. Check it out, part of the On3 network. Brian, as always, appreciate your time, appreciate your insight. Have a safe trip to Nashville. Hope the camp goes well. We'll catch up again soon.
Yep, welcome back, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it. That's Brian Munson of Husker Online with us here on our Allo Fiber VIP line. Allo Fiber is where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. We'll wrap up hour one of On the Block with the Ndamukong Suh retirement news. Some thoughts on that before we talk some NFL football, all ahead in hour two of On the Block.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This July, Acres is celebrating the birth of our nation. The fireworks include the opportunity to save big with great pricing on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Plus, you can lock in interest rates as low as 1.9% on select used John Deere planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines. Red hot rates combined with our explosive discounts make July the perfect time to buy and save. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer July 31st, 2025. Some-approved financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppell Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppell. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at CoppellCars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Summertime is here, and you know what that means. Grilling season. You know what's more embarrassing than an overcooked piece of meat? Your dirty, disgusting, and grimy grill. Let the pros at Husker Grill Cleaning get you ready for grilling season. They'll take your grill apart piece by piece, scrub every inch, and reassemble it so it can look and perform its best. Visit their website, huskergrillcleaning.com today to schedule your appointment. Husker Grill Cleaning, serving Lincoln, Omaha, Malcolm, and more.
An award-winning softball season deserves a celebration. Don't miss your chance to congratulate Jordy Ball in person. Join the team at Midwest Bank for a special meet and greet on July 16th at their Jamie Lane location as they recognize her incredible achievements. Bring your friends, your team spirit, and your favorite gear for Jordy to sign, and it all kicks off at 4 p.m. They can't wait to see you there. Get all the details at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
We're back wrapping up hour one of On the Block. Austin, Jay, and Strick with you. Jay, the House of Spears called it a career.
Man. Yeah, man. It's tough. I mean, he was a great player. He was great in college, and obviously a really good player, great player in the NFL as well. So, I mean, you wish him all the luck and congrats and you know, no regrets for him. I mean, Super Bowl champ. He chased it. You know, I think he, you know, brought an element of toughness to Detroit, which was a dumpster fire or somewhat of an organization.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're seeing some of the benefits now. And then obviously, he went to the Dolphins, you know, and obviously won a championship with Tampa Bay. He went to Rams, and then obviously, you know, a little quick stint in Philly. And, you know, I guess the cool thing for him that I never got to experience is he got to leave whenever he wanted. Because really, to be honest with you, he could have played last year. And I know his dad passed away, so I'm sure he was tending to that, or, you know, I'm not speaking for him. I'm sure it weighed on him. And he could, and if he wanted to play this year, he could play. And if he got a wild, you know, hair, you know, in his armpit, he could play next year.
Don't file them papers.
Well, it don't matter if he files them or not.
Well, first and foremost, let me give a shout out to my guy, Larry Florence.
Yeah.
Larry Florence was one of my teammates here with no callback.
Yeah.
And but yeah, man, Larry fought the good fight. And as you were mentioning, Ndamukong's loss as well. I just want to give Larry a shout out.
Right.
We both Alabama boys. He's out in Phoenix City. So I definitely wanted to do that. He'll be missed, you know, passed from multiple myeloma cancer. And so it was good to have him come out for the last
last year.
Yeah, last year's you know, invitation for a lot of the players to return. So anyway, with Ndamukong, yeah, I like what you said. I like the fact that he did it on his own.
Yeah.
Like
very few
in his own, really, right? And he still, you know, a lot of people loved what he could do in the middle, and
he can still play right now.
Alongside, you know, shoot him and Donald together.
House and stuff. Yeah, and then when he got to Tampa with old buddy Vita Vea or whatever his name is.
Oh, big body.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing up in here.
Nothing in the middle.
5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, 1 ring, Hall of Fame All 2010s team, 2010 Defensive Rookie of the Year. Tricky. I'll ask you first. Is that an NFL Hall of Famer?
He's a Hall of Famer. Now, there'll be some people that will try to hold their vote for him initially because of some of the antics, stepping on people. Then, he was what are the people's elbow on people's.
Remember when he said that? He said I was trying to remove my foot from the situation. And he stopped.
He stomped him. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like
So
he was starting a motorcycle
stuff,
on his head.
That stuff some people maybe didn't like, but that might be something that keeps him probably from first ballot. But other than that, I don't see him past 2.
Nah, I mean he's definitely. I think he'll get in the Hall of Fame. It's just a matter, it's not if or when. I don't think first ballot unless the ballot works out to where he gets up there, and
that's the dumb thing about how the NFL does
it. And because it used to be first ballot were for like Lawrence Taylor, Jim Brown, and all that. Now I think
then he probably wouldn't be that. Then maybe 3 years.
But then once Steve Young got in first ballot, then all bets are off.
Yeah.
And so I mean he's definitely a Hall of Famer, and I think people look at his stats, and that's my dad fought this for a while, or is fighting it, the stats. The game has changed since he played, and plus when he was at Detroit, they didn't have a lot of leads to just pin your ears back and rush the passer, and so I think with him, he gets in, and I think he's trying to have a huge impact off the field as well, and so that's commendable. And I saw him last year when he was down. I think might have been the Colorado game or whatever game he was back at time. Homeboys, he ain't in retirement shape. So it's just a matter of he's got a wife and a couple kids. So I'm sure he's got other things he wants to do.
I'm going to pour a little bit of cold water on the proceedings. I think it's a coin flip whether or not he gets in.
At all?
In, yes.
At all.
Wow. Looking at Pro Football Reference, there are 2 guys ahead of him that have a higher Hall of Fame score according to Pro Football Reference's calculation. One of them is the best defensive tackle of all time by this metric, Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Okay, that
makes
sense.
Now that's first ballot.
Yes. The other guy with a higher Hall of Fame score, again, according to Pro Football Reference, Kevin Williams. Former Viking.
Oh, yeah. And that's
Seahawks.
See, that's the thing.
And he ended up with a Hall of Fame score 21 points higher than Ndamukong Suh. There's a gap between Henry Jordan, Hall of Famer, with 100.78. Then Ndamukong Suh is next in line with a Hall of Fame score of 84.58. And again, this is just numbers. It's not everything. But that's a 16-point gap between him and Henry Jordan, who is technically a below average Hall of Fame defensive tackle by his Hall of Fame metrics. But then you look at guys like Alex Karras, and Ndamukong Suh's passed him in that metric. Buck Buchanan, Bryant Young, Steve McMichael, Curly Culp, Joe Klecko. Ndamukong Suh has a higher Hall of Fame score than all of those guys. I think 2 first-team All-Pros really helps him. I think durability is going to stand out, aside from his final season when he got signed at mid-season. By the Eagles, he didn't play fewer than double-digit games. I don't think he's second ballot even. I mean, I hope he gets in, but I think it's going to be a handful of years after he's first eligible. He probably gets there eventually. I'm just not willing to say slam dunk.
I don't think he's gonna pass this threshold and get into the category where my dad is in right now. I think he'll get in a little bit. I think you're right. He'll get in a little bit later than
Husker fans want.
Husker fans want, but that's fine because he's gonna get in. He didn't have, and I think the thing that kind of works against him is, he went number 2, and then McCoy went to Tampa. And when you get 2 and 3, it's kind of like, Jordan and whoever. You got 2 shooting guards, and then everybody just looks at points.
Right.
Suh has doubled up Gerald McCoy in that Hall of Fame score, by the way.
Right, but what I'm saying is a difference of the 2 type of players is like McCoy is more of a Warren Sapp type, whereas in Ndamukong, I'm running through everybody. And you have to have a really good and open-minded voting crew. And then the biggest thing is that I've learned that, and I'm talking about my experience with my dad, is once the Detroit Lions, which I'm assuming that's who he'd go in, once they get behind him and the ownership pushes him through, he'll get in. So
it's going to have to be as a Lion. That was 4 of his 5 All-Pros, 4 of his 5 Pro Bowls.
You never know, because Peyton was questionable with Peyton and the Broncos. It's just now Peyton's different, but I think it's politic driven.
Yeah.
As long as he does the things he needs to, he'll get
Would he
in.
have a better chance of trying to get Tampa Bay behind him than Detroit.
No, Detroit. Detroit now is
With
fashionable.
the way that they are, yeah.
Yeah, Detroit is fine. And the ownership is the owners.
Yeah.
You know, so he'll get in. He's and deserves it, you know. And then there's a lot of great defenses. Kevin Williams is a guy that people don't even. Hey. Hey.
That part.
Truth.
When that dude was mad,
get out the way.
There wasn't nobody out there that could stop him, man. He was like a one-man gang.
Wrecking ball.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to break. Let's keep the NFL conversation rolling. Top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL from NFL executives, coaches, and scouts. Same number one, but there's some movement throughout the rest of the top 10. We'll watch some NFL quarterback conversations coming up on the block.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
He wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof, no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
An award-winning softball season deserves a celebration. Don't miss your chance to congratulate Jordy Ball in person. Join the team at Midwest Bank for a special meet and greet on July 16th at their Jamie Lane location as they recognize her incredible achievements. Bring your friends, your team spirit, and your favorite gear for Jordy to sign, and it all kicks off at 4 p.m. They can't wait to see you there. Get all the details at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
This is On the Block with Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman, middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on air and online at theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This is On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
That it is. We're talking NFL here, at least to start hour 2 of On the Block. Austin, Strick, and Jay with you. Stricky, who's our sponsor here during On the Block?
The Mercado.
By Certified
Piedmontese. Every type of cut.
Every type of meat, every type of cut. I'm not going to the butcher and I'm asking, what's up today? Yeah, we about to go in there. And
What is up or
no.
what's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Wow. Austin, he didn't give me no burgers, my boy.
No burgers?
You see how he do it? You know, he hooked up them good burgers over the July 4th weekend and did not come in with no goodies.
I did not.
How you do it?
I ate them all.
See, Stringy would have came in with
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get you some scrum-diddly-umptious burgers.
From the Mercado.
Yeah.
Piedmontese.
Bound with the egg.
That's
Are
what I want.
Are we putting cheese in the middle?
No.
No?
No.
We're not doing the cube cheese?
Oh, no. That's the
That's
new.
what I'm saying.
That's
That's
the
what I'm
new
Yeah,
one.
man. Dang.
New one,
Give me the
cube
good,
cheese in
bro.
there.
That part.
I can't be giving away my recipes, man. Even though they on TikTok.
Yeah, make people work for it a little bit.
Yeah.
Speaking of work for it a little bit, NFL executives, GMs, and scouts are making Patrick Mahomes work to hold on his spot in their minds as the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. Is there any argument from you guys that Patrick Mahomes is still not the number 1 quarterback in the NFL?
Is not?
Do you have any argument to say that Patrick Mahomes has fallen off the stoop of best quarterback in the NFL?
Let me go first.
So they saying he's not?
No, they're saying he
voted
is.
him.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
it was
Is there anybody on his
they
heels?
voted 3 other guys. Some different executives, coaches, and scouts ranked 3 other players at number 1, but Mahomes had the most number 1.
Oh,
So here's the only way you can question it, right? For me, is if you look at where he falls in QBR over the last few years, right? Now, where I give him credit is he hasn't really had a lot of the weapons that probably, like if he had Joe Burrow's type of weapons, he'd probably kill in the game. So I give him credit for working, but over the last 2 years from 2018 to 2022, he's finished first or second 4 times, which you got to give him credit for that. So then over the last 2 years, though, he's been at 8th.
Still top 10, but not top 10.
Yeah. So, but he's taken his team. He wins. Like even when even if you want to go and put your 10-4 hat on and start looking at stuff the same way you look at the Lakers, then you still got to give him credit for it. So yeah. Shout out. I mean, I think he's there until somebody knocks him off the pedestal.
Who's closest to knocking him off the pedestal?
I mean, I got to either go with Lamar or Josh. That's where I see it.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah, I don't even think it's a question. I don't even know why people even trying to. I mean, if you need a guy to win one game, who are you picking?
Mahomes.
That's a fact.
You need a guy to win one drive. Who are you picking? Mahomes. One play.
Who's the quarterback right now that probably strikes the most realistic big game fear in defense?
Mahomes.
Mahomes. There's multiple, but Mahomes.
Yeah.
Now, has the gap closed? Yes.
Is that Mahomes' fault? Are other guys catching him? Is he getting worse? Why is the gap closed?
I don't think he's getting worse. I think everybody's had to step their game up to Patrick Mahomes' level. I think they've all gotten better.
Is he like Tiger Woods? You remember when Tiger Woods was dominating so much that they started extending the doggone golf courses and making them longer, and then he would dominate that. But then people started catching up, and then all of a sudden, boom! There was some leapfrogging going on.
And then they changed. Took it. Remember he had that tour accuracy ball or whatever. Nike. Yeah, I mean, there's things to it. I mean, I think he's on in the best organization, so there's advantages for that. But I think
the best.
Ooh, I'd say Philly.
Best. I'm talking about
in the
football.
AFC.
I'm just talking football wise.
Oh,
I'm talking
gotcha.
about head coach, you know, you got a great defensive coordinator.
Without the what I'm saying is without the stadium. Like,
no,
are you feeling the same way?
I'm just talking just head coach.
Okay.
His day to day.
Yeah, GM, and I think everything's set up to win, and I think that hurts a lot of people.
Real quick, because this just popped on me. Who lost more out of Kansas City, Bieniemy or Mahomes losing Bieniemy? Like, did Bieniemy when he left? Was that like a mistake? Like,
I think internally they gave him a ton of credit. I think externally they gave him zero credit, and I think the impact.
And he heard the outside voices more.
No, I think he's trying to be head coach. I mean, you know, look from
Where do you go from
Adrian Peterson
right.
to to Patrick Mahomes. And then remember they were saying, oh, he's just a co-offense coordinator, Andy,
just a figurehead.
Mm-hmm. So he had to try to go and throw his hat in the ring. But I think that impact. I think he had a certain level of toughness that you ain't gonna get away with as a coach because you look because he ain't gonna back down from you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Patrick Mahomes had to respect that, and I think he took him to a low. Everybody that's played for that dude. He said he'd keep it 100% real and he'd demand the best out of you. And that's exactly what they got. And there's a little, there's a little bit of nuances you ain't seen. The toughness that isn't just with Patrick Mahomes. He's demanding the offensive line.
Yeah.
You lose that. I think I think Kansas City lost more with him. I think it's let me ask you guys this. Let me flip it before we get into back in
flip it like a burger.
Right, yeah, exactly. Double flip it, right, for both of you. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. By losing Bieniemy, what's the bigger impact? Losing Bieniemy or Tyreek Hill?
Bieniemy, because Nagy sucks.
That was too quick.
Austin was like he was weighing.
Hey, he said, hurry up right now.
He was like the whack-a-mole,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before the head even come up.
Yeah.
God,
I don't think Nagy's good. I think Tyreek Hill is a one-of-a-kind player in the NFL. But I think we've seen Patrick Mahomes make it work with other receivers. I think you just have to be a good enough receiver to make it with Mahomes. And when you have a, dare I say, historically unique guy like Tyreek Hill with his not just speed, but his jump ball ability on top of that as well, yeah, it's going to hurt losing a player like that. You can see a clear, stark difference between the numbers with Bieniemy and with Nagy. I don't think Nagy's creative. I think he's holding Mahomes back.
Jay, what's the running back's name? That's there now.
Pacheco?
No, the other one.
Kareem Hunt?
Kareem Hunt?
No, he's an unsung. He's an unsung one. He was just recently come on. But
the UCLA guy?
It was Pacheco. It's Pacheco. He's a dancing dude.
No.
The white guy?
No, it's a brother.
Yeah, it's Pacheco.
Williams? McKinnon?
It's Pacheco.
Yeah, Pacheco from Rutgers.
Yeah.
That's the one that runs angry. Runs like the ankle biter.
He be killing
punching
that ground.
the ground.
Yeah.
I'm going to find it. Go ahead.
Okay, so 2, 3, and 4 then in ESPN's rankings. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. Jay, agree or disagree with that 2, 3, 4?
Josh Allen,
Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. Allen got votes as high as 1 and low as 4. Burrow got votes as high as 1 and low as 5. And Jackson got votes as high as 1 and as low as 6.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, my bad. He's for the 49ers. He's the running back for the 49ers. Behind McCaffrey? Yes. If he doesn't.
Mitchell?
You're thinking Gerald McKinnon.
No.
No. Right?
No, it's not McKinnon. He's there, and I think he's a reason why they let Debo, because they envision him similar to like Debo, but he's a running back. Gosh dang it. I'm going to have to look
Thinking the fullback juice check?
402-464-5685. You know what I'm talking about.
I think Josh Allen's
he's
number 2.
With 49ers. Go ahead. I think Josh Allen too.
Number 2. And then I think it's a toss-up between Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. And I think it's all based off what your
Your preference.
What's your preference?
What's your preference? Who do you trust more?
It's tough for me to roll with, but I can't be mad at him because of the injuries. Like I
would
really think he hit
reluctantly-
right.
I'd reluctantly say Joe, and I hate to say reluctantly because I think he's great. So because I think Lamar is great too. I would say healthy, big game. It's on the line. I'm going with Joe Burrow. I'm going with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, because Lamar hasn't shown me. He
And
could
I'm telling you this right now.
do it
If
in a
Joe
big
Burrow
game.
has a half a defense, and I need a quarterback to go into Kansas City and slay the dragon, I'm bringing Joe Burrow right behind Joe.
If Lamar Jackson, if Lamar Jackson and your boy makes those catches that he should have made, are you changing your mind? Andrews.
No.
2 times drop balls. Pause. Are you changing your mind? That changes the whole game because those are big game wins.
And also changes the outcome of Patrick Mahomes because I'm going to go with this step further. If Stephon Diggs wasn't Mr. Trick-Off and captain, as we've seen, and you're supposed to be the top number 1 receiver in Buffalo and in the NFL, do you catch that 60-yard bomb 2 years ago when they played against Kansas City and then Kansas City doesn't get the backdoor Super Bowl? Then Patrick Mahomes might be number 2.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting between these 3 guys because Allen is the cyborg built in a lab. Lamar Jackson's the unicorn, like for this day and age, with what he's able to do leading the league, for quarterbacks and rushing. I mean, his touchdown to interception ratio too, right? He's making good decisions.
Yeah.
He's improved as a passer.
I think it's Jordan Mason.
Jordan Mason. Okay.
That's what I was talking about. Go ahead.
And
thank you guys on the text line.
I know Burrow's had more team success in making a Super Bowl, but I think he's just new Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, Dan
Who?
Marino.
Yeah, Dan Marino, right?
Who?
Joe Burrow.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's good stats.
Good point.
He's good stats, right? He clearly knows how to process the game. Maybe the most accurate quarterback in the NFL, but he can win me games one way. Josh Allen and Lamar can win me games 2 ways.
But
Lamar's got multiple MVPs.
Hasn't been able.
Lamar's got multiple MVPs. He's got numbers. Josh Allen, I think, has been the closest at going toe-to-toe statistically with Mahomes over a number of years.
He's outplaying him stat-wise.
And Burrow's done it once. One game, maybe 2.
Yeah.
I don't want to hate on Joe Burrow. He's clearly in this tier.
Yeah,
I think he's the bottom of this tier.
You're
I would
really
go
convincing
Allen
me.
Jackson and then Burrow at the bottom.
You should be a politician. You just convinced
You know
me.
what I'm saying? You see what he do?
Yeah, he didn't have
He
me
do it all the
change.
time to Stricky, man.
You didn't have me do an about face. I'm questioning him. Now I'm thinking about what you put Jaden Daniels in front of him, too.
Jaden Daniels at number 5, Stricky. That's your boy.
That's my
What a
guy.
leap for a second-year guy to
my
come in
guy.
at number 5.
Yeah.
Highest ranking
Amen.
for a guy like that.
But that's because he on the VR, man. It's like he playing PlayStation every time he step out there. Shoot. Man, people better understand. You better get on that VR.
Next 5 years, Stricky.
No.
Would you rather have Jaden Daniels or Lamar Jackson? Next 5 years. Jay, next 5 years. Next 5.
Hey, but you know what? Jackson is actually, I think after these last 2 years, I think you might see something fresh
the
out
league
of
might
him.
be in trouble with him.
I think you might see something fresh out of
That's
him.
29, 30, 31, 32, 33 for
That don't
Lamar.
mean nothing. They don't get hit no more. I'm taking Lamar.
Yeah.
The fact that Jaden Daniels don't have no weapons. And let me tell you
You
something.
saying the
Scary
McLaren?
Terry?
That's it. Who's number
You saying the
Debo.
McLaren?
Luke McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey is the slot receiver of the future in
Debo
Washington.
Samuel looks like a linebacker.
As long as he ain't throwing the ball, I got faith in him.
he looked like a linebacker.
Debo out here big snacking. He out here like Zion Williamson.
Yeah, he on it, boy.
Yeah.
He got anytime you see somebody in the offseason
Fat
wearing
boys.
a sweatshirt.
We're moving on
that's
my
it.
Lord. Fat.
He like to do
Boy.
make that noise with his mouth. Man, look at CJ Strauss.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Wait,
tell
wait,
you-
wait. We'll get to CJ.
But I'm gonna tell you
y'all
the
look
dude that needs to be
stupid.
number.
I can't. I need to leave. Y'all stupid. I'm done. Y'all, man, you guys is comedians, bro. I can't even be in here without laughing.
I'm just telling you who needs to be above all of them, though.
Who?
Slewfoot Slayer?
Nah, I ain't gonna. No, because he could.
The Slewfoot Slayer?
He was tripping last year.
Sloth? What?
Is my man? Is
The
my
Louisville
man,
Sloth?
Is my man the accountant?
Ben Affleck?
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is in here, and we will get to him in a little bit.
He looks like
you rolling?
We'll keep this going next segment because I think 6 through 10 is just as interesting as 1 through 5. Do you think, Strick, since he's your boy, is there a world in which Jaden Daniels climbs to a top 3 quarterback in the NFL?
Not for a few years. Not for a few years. And I think if his mom keep butting in and not letting holler at little sign, I think he gonna fall off. You need a little something. Well, as long as you ain't Bryce, and let me be quiet. Let me stop the rumor mill. Let's move on.
Jay, Jaden Daniels,
your boy down in your spot,
Bryce Young,
where your boy got his thing took.
Yeah, but he bounced back like Return of the Jedi, though.
After getting took.
He had to get his mind right.
Right. So as long as Jaden, mom hang in for a little bit, but let him holler at something in a couple years, he'll be all right. That's what I say.
Can Jaden Daniels be a top 3 NFL quarterback?
Jay?
Can he pass 2 of the 4 that we already talked about, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow?
If he win a Super Bowl.
If he plays for the Washington Commanders, he will not win a Super Bowl.
If he keeps getting them into the NFC Championship, he passed them. And I'm gonna tell you how he could possibly pass up Joe Burrow, and it has nothing to do with Joe Burrow playing. T. Higgins is gone after this year, most likely.
Audi 500.
And who knows about Trey Henderson? So essentially, it'd be Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase against everybody. So his stats are I'm assuming, just going to go down. So he'll get past him. Josh Allen's actually in the same boat as well. You can only get so far without not having a dude. And the plays and the schemes and all that, and Coleman, that was great last year. And he'll be successful. But as Josh Allen gets older, you need a guy that's your X factor. And if Buffalo doesn't have one, then
do you try to jump the market and trade for T. Higgins this year if you're Buffalo?
Yeah, because you didn't have to give up the bonus.
Ooh.
Because
Cincinnati, that's the part of the
Cincinnati gave up the bonus.
That's the part of the NFL stuff that sometimes I have to really think about. Yeah, they don't have to.
It's
so
like,
now it's
one
just the
team
salary.
already paid the luxury tax.
Yeah,
now you get them.
Shoot.
Right.
That part.
That's what then you ain't getting there because you ain't getting past Josh Allen.
Quarterback 6 through 10 next during On the Block.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com. A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
MHC isn't new, just a new name. Mo's Moving is now Mo's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can also handle your commercial moves as well. There's never fees on trucks, stairs, elevators, long carry, and last-minute booking, and no trip or fuel charges. Also no upcharge on weekends, and they do offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
It's On the Block. Austin Strickland Jay with you. 402-464-5685. If you want to chat NFL quarterbacks, that's what we're doing here in hour 2 of the show. This segment brought to you by Heartland of Nebraska Windows. They're based in Hallam, Nebraska. They offer a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and lifetime warranties on everything while still keeping their prices affordable. Heartland of Nebraska Windows is both locally and family owned with their own team of installers. You can learn more today by giving Heartland of Nebraska's Windows a call. 402-430-3852, or by visiting them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Quarterback number 6, according to NFL executives, scouts, and coaches. Highest ranking number 4, lowest ranking unranked, and I believe the oldest player on this list, Matthew Stafford. Jay, you're shaking your head. You're not with it?
No.
Really? Why not?
I don't think he there. I don't think he there.
No.
That's a cap
Number
for me.
1 and his old lady talk too much.
Well, that part.
I mean, I think Goff's ahead of him.
Yeah.
For me. Stafford?
I'm still not fully buying Goff.
Bruh.
Better
than Stafford to me.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Are you serious?
Bigger arm, more clutch, fewer weapons around him. I think Stafford's a better player.
You
I think
trying to
Goff's a
say
system guy.
Nakua is not big time?
I think Nakua's big time.
So then what you mean?
Cooper Kupp too. And you got the skinny dude.
Now he gone.
And they got Reynolds the running back. No, I'm going.
Kyron Williams.
Bro, you killing me right
That's still like
killing me
half
right now,
of what Detroit has. 2 tight ends, 2 legit receivers, 2 legit running backs. Best top 5 offensive line in football.
I'm not taking Matthew Stafford over.
I'm not mad at Jared Goff. He's in the top 10.
I'm not taking Matthew Stafford
one
at
game,
6.
one drive, one play. I take Stafford over Goff every time.
Now, the reason why I think he's at 6 is because you got Justin Herbert at 7. I definitely ain't taking him. It's just that now Stafford gets the benefit.
Why are you hating?
Stafford gets the benefit of the doubt because he was the number 1 pick and he put up all those hollow numbers in Detroit and he traded Goff to get him and he won a Super Bowl.
And he's still putting up numbers.
But Goff is destroying the league. And
Goff's weapons are destroying the league.
And Goff,
system guy,
has done it.
Losing his OC.
He's done it every year bigger and better. You know it, and I know it. And
you should not be a politician. I'm not doing it without
Jared Goff
face.
got the cojones.
And Stafford doesn't?
No.
Stafford doesn't have the cojones.
He's got a strong arm. He's a big Texas boy. He got a strong arm. But that's it. No, man, I ain't with no Matthew Stafford, man. He tough and everything. He good. He ain't better than Jared Goff. I'm taking Jared Goff. Man. I just am. I like Matthew Stafford. He's a good dude and all that stuff. He definitely deserves to be in the top 10. I ain't taking him. And I'm not taking Justin Herbert till I see him win a big game.
Well, that's the Chargers in him.
It don't matter. If you number 7 in the league, there's 25 other guys that they say they're not even better than you.
So you both would have Jared Goff at 6.
Yeah. I might even put him in front of Jaden Daniels because he's done it longer.
Interesting. Okay. That is number 8 on ESPN's list.
Mm-hmm.
So top quarter of the league quarterback. Number 9, Jalen Hurts. Okay. I can be talked into it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't love it. Don't hate it. Not my favorite, but I can roll with it. How about number 10?
Exactly.
Highest ranking at number 5, lowest ranking unranked.
Exactly.
Baker Mayfield.
That's the dude.
Top 10
That's
NFL
the dude I'm
quarterback.
having at number 7 because he's got that dog in him. And
Amen.
And he was thrown out for trash.
He was.
Went out there to Rams. Then he came down to Tampa, and they didn't really want to give sign him. And then he's done nothing but exceeded expectations.
But are you taking Baker Mayfield over Slew-Footed Slayer? Are you taking Baker Mayfield
right now
over Jordan Love?
Yes.
Those are the next 2 guys that missed the cut.
I'm taking him for sure over Jordan Love.
Wow.
Baker might be better right now than CJ.
Baker's
but over
better
the next 5 years.
Over the next 5 years, I'm taking CJ. But right now, I'm taking Baker.
Am I crazy to take Baker over Jalen Hurts?
Dang.
I think I'd do it.
I don't know about that.
I would also take Trevor Lawrence over Jalen Hurts.
What?
What?
I think Trevor is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
Austin went down to wherever he went to, and he hit
Hurts
the cabbage.
has better pieces.
He hit some cabbage.
Hurts has done more winning.
Some
Get
broccoli.
it. I think Trevor is a better quarterback than
Trevor,
Jalen Hurts.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
Trevor's legit.
Goldilocks is garbage.
Yes.
They about to run
The only
him out
problem with him is he fumbles. Bigger arm, more accurate.
Austin, close your eyes and say that at the quarterback position. The only problem with him that he fumbles. That's the most important position. Keep playing, keep away.
If I was starting a franchise, I would take Trevor Lawrence before Jalen Hurts.
Bias. That's like the Royals.
I would do it.
He's gonna say the Royals and your boy down there.
I like Trevor
above. Doggone, what's my guy out in?
I didn't say
the New York Yankees?
Trevor top 10.
In the New York Yankees.
I didn't say that.
What's my guy that be slugging for the Yankees?
Judge.
He would take the Royals Junior over Judge.
Bobby Witt.
I would.
Because you see,
because Bobby's
that's
younger.
where the bias
Bobby's
is.
gonna age better.
Jay, are you hearing this, cat? I need to go home. It's time for Stricky to leave.
Hey, man. You really
He
gonna
hit the
tell me that
cabbages,
Trevor
bro.
Lawrence is better than Jalen Hurts?
I think he's a
Bruh.
better pure quarterback than Jalen Hurts. Hurts is one more. Hurts is more accomplished.
Okay, let me.
I
ask you
cannot
this.
fight that.
Let me ask you this.
I don't know if Philly wins with Trevor Lawrence
No,
instead
I
of
got to
Jalen
do
Hurts.
it. I got to do it, Jay. I had to do it. And it's stuck. I don't care. It's stuck. I had to do it.
There's your clip, Austin. Austin, let me ask you this: both rosters are the same.
Mhm.
Okay, doesn't matter if it's Philly and Jacksonville. Both quarterbacks with the same roster, and they go out on the field and play. Doesn't matter if it's pocket passing, RPO, all that. You take in leadership, turnover ratio, all that.
I like Trevor, man.
I'm
I
going
like
to ask
Trevor.
the question again. Okay, very slowly now. I know people say I'm on, but now I'm going to try to articulate this as clear as possible. Both rosters are the same. Same players. It could be Philly's roster or Jacksonville's roster. Both of them have the same roster. But then you got to take into account leadership, the ability to run, okay, and the ability to play their biggest in the biggest game. And you got one game to win, and it's between Jalen Hurts and Goldie. Who you picking?
Trevor Lawrence.
Do I gotta ask it a third time? I'm
Bro,
gonna ask it a
no,
third
he
time.
thinks-
Even
Wait.
Harrison's back there laughing.
Jalen Hurts. Fingers were crossed. Trevor Lawrence.
Bruh. He thinks he can massage everybody into changing, but you can't do him. He's so bullheaded. He would go and knock his head against this wall 10 times, and it still wouldn't matter.
We're gonna see this year because
We gonna see.
This is a huge year for Trevor Lawrence
It is. I agree.
because there ain't no excuses.
Correct.
You got multiple
Except
running
he
backs.
plays in Jacksonville. Jacksonville sucks.
Oh,
Someone needs to rescue
That's
Trevor.
day one. That's day one. Every
Someone
time
needs
we
to
start
rescue
talking
him.
about winning, he got to pull Jacksonville sucks out of.
Jay agrees, though. Jacksonville does suck.
Bruh.
It's the horrible.
He
shit.
just gave you the out to say all things equal. This person, Jalen Hurts, leadership, winning, turnovers, all that compared to, and you literally just now you're gonna say you're gonna add in the element of the team trying to justify the answer he just gave. You see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
No burgers for him, Jay.
I just can't see it, man.
I
I
can't do
can't
it.
see Trevor. I think Trevor Lawrence.
I
will
can't get
be.
there.
I think he's good. I don't think he'll ever get to where you can say, you know what, he was a surefire. We're glad we took him number one. Number one, he's injury prone. Number two, he turns the ball over too much. Number three,
Is he injury prone, though? He had one injury last year. 17, 17, and 16 games his first three.
Yeah,
before
but he
got hurt
always
last
is banged up. He got a bad shoulder. He had the bad ankle, so not injury prone. He's always hurt. So that's a byproduct of the offensive line. And sure, he had Urban Meyer and all that, and I get that. And he's been behind the 8 ball per se since he got in the league.
The TP guy.
Keep going, Jay. Keep
Urban
going,
Meyer,
Jay.
the TP guy.
Yeah.
For my
Yeah, Urban Meyer.
Keep going, Jay.
No,
You're speaking my language.
Stop.
You're speaking my
Jay,
language. Come on,
Jay,
come on. Keep
you
going.
didn't let him get you, Jay. I can't believe you let him get you again. God, dang. You
Jalen
fell for
Hurts
the
is
banana
a
in the tailpipe.
merchant.
He fell for the banana
Jalen Hurts
in the
did not win
tailpipe.
Philly that Super Bowl.
Jay, I
What?
can't believe you fell. Wow.
Why not? What do you mean?
The defense did. The pass rush did. Jalen Hurts,
Bro,
Tom
that's
Brady
like-
made his way to the
That's
Super
like
Bowl.
saying, oh, so now Tom Brady's not great because.
I've been saying that since I've been here.
Wow.
System
This is
quarterback.
biased.
Dude is on the broccoli,
Here
man.
it is. The only reason that he likes Trevor Lawrence is because he resembles in the face with that big old long head of Peyton Manning. Just came
Yep,
to me
tell the truth.
right
There
now.
it is.
And he's big and
There
tall
it
and
is.
goofy like that.
There
That's
it
the
is.
only
Indianapolis.
reason. That's it.
That's it.
It's that head.
Right.
He got that 8 head. He don't even have a 4 head. He got the double-sized forehead, right? That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly
There's
what
no
it is.
way in the world that you try to tell me that Jalen Hurts didn't win that Super Bowl.
He was not the main reason Philly won that Super Bowl. He was part of it.
402
He was not
464
the reason
5685.
Philly won
What's
that
he
Super
on?
Bowl.
What's Austin on today?
Jalen Hurts is the Saquon, AJ Brown, arguably even Lane Johnson. Jalen Hurts might be the fourth best player in his offense, which is not his fault. He takes advantage of it.
So what would happen then if Indianapolis came up? You would be ranting and raving about
Richardson.
And he would be all on his dock.
Yeah, and then
you know what he would do.
Yeah, now let's get
Anthony
started.
Richardson can be the best player on his offense.
Let's talk. No,
Jalen Hurts will never be the best player on his team.
But you don't have to. We talking about Super Bowl winning quarterbacks.
Good, credit him for that.
The dude driving the trash truck is laughing at you too. He giving you the
He's hearing us.
Yeah, now back to your boy at Indianapolis. Did you see the thing of what Richardson was doing? What he's doing now? He's doing the Dak Prescott.
Lord.
Yeah, you seen that? I was gonna send it to you.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's desperate time.
Have I ever been that in on Anthony Richardson
Yes, you
on this
have.
air?
Okay, let me ask you this.
No,
You thought Anthony was Jaden Daniels.
No, sir. Don't you put that on me.
Austin?
Wow.
Yes, you did.
Yes, he did.
I
Yes,
did not.
You said that he
No. I'm the one that wanted CJ Stroud and Bryce Young.
Okay, let's move on. Okay. Well, who would you take? Dak Prescott or Trevor Lawrence?
Dak.
So now he's saying Dak Prescott is better than Jalen Hurts. I'm out.
I'm done. It's over with. I can't do
believe
it. I can't do it.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
An award-winning softball season deserves a celebration. Don't miss your chance to congratulate Jordy Ball in person. Join the team at Midwest Bank for a special meet and greet on July 16th at their Jamie Lane location as they recognize her incredible achievements. Bring your friends, your team spirit, and your favorite gear for Jordy to sign, and it all kicks off at 4 p.m. They can't wait to see you there. Get all the details at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
I will take back about 10% of what I said. Trevor Lawrence is now the best quarterback in the AFC South. That's CJ Stroud. There, I'm off the Trevor Lawrence train. Austin and Jay wrapping things up with the final segment brought to you by Love Volleyball Omaha. Let's just wrap that up here real quick, Jay, before some contract news in the NFL. CJ Stroud and Jordan Love, honorable mentions, two guys who've had kind of up and down careers early on. Of course, Love sat the bench behind Aaron Rodgers for a year before kind of breaking out with the Packers. CJ Stroud, we've talked about quite a bit. I like CJ. I think he ends up being the best quarterback in the division long term. Other guys that received some votes. Kyler Murray, okay, down ballot, I get it. Brock Purdy, meh, not buying it. Dak Prescott, not mad at fringe top 10. Aaron Rodgers, not anymore. Tua Tagovailoa, no. Bo Nix, maybe top half of the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, that's those are all like what ifs. I mean, Bo Nix, that the hardest thing for quarterbacks to do or any rookie in the NFL to do is back up your first year success because the expectations and, revisionist history, you start to, always compare and go back to, to that. So you have to have the situation, and every year you could have the same players, same team. It's just not the same players, the same team. And, some guys can get better, some guys can get worse, and everybody else will start to prepare for you. So Bo Nix and those guys, I think, are not even franchise quarterbacks yet.
No.
And so I think they're good draft picks, and it makes it well worth it after a first year of drafting a guy like Bo Nix. We'll see, year 2 or 3 if they can really be, top 10 worthy.
Garrett Wilson contract extension from the New York Jets, one of 8 receivers in NFL history to hit 1,000 receiving yards in each of their first 3 seasons. His list of quarterbacks is maybe the most Jets thing we could see. 2022 is rookie year. He's catching passes from Zach Wilson, Mike White, Joe Flacco, and Chris Streveler. As a sophomore, Zach Wilson, Trevor Siemian, and Tim Boyle. And then last year, Aaron Rodgers. Yikes, man.
Yeah.
And he still put up 1,000 in 3 straight years?
Yeah, and you're not getting you're not getting the Aaron Rodgers
not Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, the Aaron Rodgers, and it's different circumstances, and it's a different, like you said, it's a different organization. So he's consistent. He's proven himself to be a number one receiver, which was, people were trying to question it because of his size and everything, and he's definitely deservedly so. And you know what, he's rose to the challenge of multiple quarterbacks, offensive coordinators, turmoil from top down, and has been one of the most consistent, players that they've had, along with some of the really good defensive players.
5124 says, we'll see if Garrett Wilson becomes Mike Evans. I mean, we might never see that Mike Evans streak again. Maybe Justin Jefferson gets there. I mean, he's got the most receiving yards at every age so far in NFL history. So I think it's going to be Justin Jefferson with the best chance to break that. Jay, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little surprised that Garrett Wilson wouldn't be a guy to request a trade out of the Jets. I mean, good for him. I'm glad to see the loyalty. Good for him for sticking around there. I'm just a little surprised by it.
I'm a little surprised, but I'm not. I think Justin Fields gives him I think he knows Justin Fields pretty well and has a lot of confidence in him. And I also think, bringing in a new GM and then obviously with Aaron Glenn, I think it would make and you never can pass, that type of money. Now, if you get traded, you're going to get paid. Probably feels comfortable there. I think he's established himself in that organization, and, you're getting paid, like a number one. And you're at a place where they're going to treat you like a number one. And I do think the arrival of Aaron Glenn, now whether it's going to be short or a long tenure, has steadied some of the waters in that locker room. Now we'll see. Handling of Aaron Rodgers probably wasn't a highlight, but I think everything else, as far as mending fences and then obviously creating relationships, within the locker room. Starting with the head coach and the players, I think Aaron Glenn has done a really good job.
Who would you rather have for next year, Garrett Wilson or Tyreek Hill?
Garrett Wilson.
Wow. Okay. That was fast.
Almost
as fast as I said Matt Nagy.
I don't think Tyreek's number one priority is football. I don't think his number one priority is winning either.
Fair.
And I don't think that's just my opinion. And I might be wrong. I don't know. I just don't. I don't think, look, you got a lot of stuff going on outside of football. I think to take away from, I think right now you get a younger version of Garrett Wilson. Now I think Tyreek Hill, a focused Tyreek Hill, he's a cheat code, but I don't think that's it right now.
Waverly Jim says, why are we still enamored with 1,000 yards? That's like 60 yards a game. I'll say this, Waverly Jim, you're right in that passing statistics are still going up. Maybe took a little bit of a backseat last year. We talked about that a lot on this show in Old School. A lot more cover two in the NFL, a lot more underneath stuff, a lot more running the ball. But there were 24 receivers that reached 1,000 yards last year. Now, that seems like a pretty high number. That's not even one per team. And as I scroll through this list, I think there were teams that had maybe a couple. I mean, Jamar Chase ended up with over 1,000. I don't think T. Higgins quite got there. But it's still, I mean, it's not necessarily common. You have to be a good receiver to get 1,000 yards in terms of the volume, the separation, actually hauling them in. I mean, Jamar Chase led the league with 1,700 yards on 127 catches and 17 touchdowns last year. He was the only 100-yard per game guy. And that's something, Jay, that I think for people like me who never played in the NFL, we see these big numbers. Oh, quarterbacks are reaching 4,000 passing yards or 3,500 passing yards like in their sleep. But for wide receivers, with how many good pass catchers there are and how good defenses are, it's really hard to average 75 yards a game receiving, which is where even in a 17-game season, I think there's still plenty of value in looking at 1,000 yards as a general benchmark.
There's a lot more capable wide receivers walking the face of the earth now than ever before. Mm-hmm. It's no different when you think of basketball. There's a lot more capable
shooting guards,
6 foot to 6'4", 5 scores for college coaches to look at or to go to the next level. And so to stand out like a Jamar Chase or a Justin Jefferson, or in this case, a Garrett Wilson. And I think Garrett Wilson reaching those 1,000 yards is probably more, I guess, commendable since you've had such turnover at quarterback and such turnover at offensive coordinator position and head coach position. So that lets you know he can do it in any system with anybody. So he's, becoming a true professional. So, yeah, I think that the numbers that, me and Stricker was talking about this, on a break, is like the game has changed both in the NBA and the NFL. What the rules are so lax, and the lack of true. I think there's probably maybe the depth of good athletes or great athletes or whatever you want to call them is there. I think on the flip side, the percentage of good football players and people that love football is diminished, tremendously, which that allows guys on offense to put up stupid numbers at a faster pace. So then that waters down and pushes down guys, as far as where they're ranking, both in the short term, which would be right now, and the long term, potentially getting the NFL. If you want a really good example is you have a guy like, it's hard to say with like Terrell Owens that put up, a lot of numbers on some so-so teams, looking down upon a Michael Irvin, or like a Steve Smith looking down upon a Michael Irvin. And the first thing they do, what do? There's two things that guys do to really try to, big time you. They'll point to their stats, or they'll try to point to their bank account. But they never point to winning.
Right.
Or the winners don't have to. So then there you go. Because like Troy Aikman, right? You got three, or you could say Terry Bradshaw. Did he really deserve to get in the Hall of Fame? Did he really, is he better than Dan Marino?
Not stats-wise.
Right.
In terms of the arm.
And not respect-wise, as far as playing, but he was a great winner.
Yeah.
So you got to look at, whatever you want. But I think Garrett Wilson's a heck of a player, though. I mean, a heck of a player.
Yeah. Waverly Jim, we'll wrap up on this. 60 yards a game. There were only 31 players that got 60 yards or more per game last year. Again, that's less than one per team. So kind of a big
And some
deal.
of them are tight ends, too.
Some of them are, right? In terms of the tight ends, you had both Brock Bowers and Trey McBride get there. George Kittle as well. Those are the three tight ends among the 31. Jonnu Smith averaged 52, and Travis Kelce 51-4. So tight ends are certainly in that conversation. But if not even a player per team is getting 1,000 yards, not even a player per team is reaching 60 yards per game, that tells me there's still some value in it as an accomplishment at the NFL level. Jay, what we got coming up for Old School?
We'll talk about obviously the strife or potential strife between the SEC and the Big Ten, and then we'll talk about where Ndamukong Suh, in my opinion, fits all-time Huskers, and then some other players that during or around his era too that kind of fit that. Now obviously not to his level, but you got to think of like when Amir Abdul is still playing, where would he rank his all-time Huskers, so forth and so on. Then we had a baseball player drafted, didn't we?
A couple of them now.
Yeah,
Luke Broderick, 14th round, Mason Conahey 4th. There we go. That'll be Old School with Foreman and Orman. For Strick, for Jay, I'm Austin. Don't go anywhere. We got Old School with Foreman and Orman coming up on the other side.